forgot to do before. So I am preparing something over here. Just give me a minute. Ah, it works. Okay, so let's begin with. I'm not even sure where I'm going to start. I wanted to talk again about Valentine's Day. I also wanted to talk about this shape here, what this actual shape is. Okay, if triangle, the triangle is this way. It's not the right angle, and let me see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The two angles of the triangle, the left side and the right side, they're different. Here's one side, and here's the other side. Together, they're going to do that. So what I do is this connects to there, and then this connects to there. That's how I end up with this design. This connects, and then we do that, and then it ends up to be that design over here. And this is the club, and since we can have one over here, the question is am I going to just take, how do we connect these together? Right. So I got all of them. Now I was questioning myself if somebody else can do this and find me a different way to connect these shapes. See, what I did is I connected them on the main stand, but at the same time, we can still create a plug-in stand here, right? And a plug-in stand here, like that. So we plug in here, we plug in here, we plug in here. Now, the question is, are there any more connections? Will these connect inside? Is it connecting through here? Is this supposed to, how does this, can I do this? Is there any, should it be done? I don't know. But inside of here, you see that triangle is now broken into, they're facing each other. And in the other situation, where was that other situation? Oh, it was here. They're both facing each other. So if they weren't facing each other, now I'm going to actually just building an equation. So here would be one side, and then this would be the other side. And that would be what I call the cat's ears. And when I'm cutting this out, I'm cutting this piece area over here. I don't know if I should be calling it the cat's ears. You see inside what happens, right? It creates the cat's ears. I have all the cutouts in the garbage. Maybe this one over here will do it, like the cat's ears. Right over here, it's a little bit different, the design that comes out of it. Maybe more of a number 3. I don't know. Is it a number 3E? Don't know what it does, but it's going to do something. Everything does something. So anyways, I connected them together. Now, all I connected together was the feet. These, if I connected this one over here, you notice I connected this foot here, the top and the bottom. And now there's a connection here. So the first one creates a circle, and I use up 2 of 3 areas. Now we're going to branch out with the next ones. Do I have any? I have one over here. I did it a little bit different. So this one's going to branch out right over here. Now I need a program that I can put this together more equally to see what the true design is. And the question is, should I be only hooking up these? What should I be doing with these? Okay, that's one thing that's going on. Another thing that's going on is this is 6. Okay, there are 6 of them. So we have the equation. There's going to be a Y inside of here. What is Y? Wow, YouTube, I don't know what just happened, but there's now some kind of connection is unstable. Why is my connection unstable? Like from out of nowhere, connection unstable. Connection is fairly good if you're on Wi-Fi. Now it disappeared. Hold on a second. Let me go into this. Okay, no. No. I just have to find out. There's a page open that's disturbing things. Let me just answer this. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, I have to delete this page or change something here. Hold on a second. Okay, let me get back to the beginning. Okay, so we have that. So we have first we're going to go. I'm always all over the place. What is 0? Is 0 the honeycomb in which is found inside of here? Boy, how would I do this? How would I do this? I'm starting to get too intricate because there's a honeycomb. When you create one over the other, if I took another one of these designs and I splattered it over it this way, see, we can't see through this. I need to be able to see through this, what's going on. So maybe I'll have to go to take my time and go over. And what happens if I fold it? What happens if I fold it? What's going to happen? I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but that's another thing that has to be looked into. Another thing is here is your triangle in the center, but look at the distortion when you look at it this way. See, the actual triangle is this way, right? But when you connect them together, look what it looks like, this slide off angle over here. And then you can see the Star of David in the center. I'm not sure why that happened. They happen in every single one of them. Did I do that on purpose? Yeah, I probably did do that on purpose. Yeah, I probably did. We're connecting the 3 areas over here. And then we connect this area over here, this area over here, and this area over here. But this area over here, this area over here, and this area over here are not on the cracks. So we have 3 on the cracks, 3 not in the cracks, 3 in the center. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. We have 6, and then we have 3. Is that what we have? 6 and 3, 6, and then we have 3, and then we have the honeycomb center. And should we crisscross? Let me just try and see something. Don't forget, sometimes I don't have things prepared. If I crisscross, right, we get the center point over here. 1 is a divider. 1 is a divider. That's what it does over here. 3, 1, 3. Is it a divider, the 3, 1, 3, or should I be using this as 3, 0? Meaning that the 1, what it divides inside of something like an empty space it's dividing. Other than we can have this one, or we can have this one. See, in this one over here, I cannot run straight down. I only can run this way and this way, or down the sides, but that has no impact in the center. In this one, I can do this and I can do this. This is builder's code. And for me in builder's codes, it's when you take a measurement, you measure from, let me see, you measure from corner to corner down the sides. You break an X in the center to find the center. Now, is that area 5, that center, or is this a singular cell? And in order to create this singular cell, I need 4 dots in 4 corners and 1 X down the center. Does that make any sense? Are you following me? Anyways, I'm getting too into some intricate things. Just give me a second. I'm just going to get something to put in my mouth. If you have any questions, again, Valentine's Day. If you want, we're going to jump onto Valentine's Day, and the 14th day of the 2nd month in reverse. Okay, 14 days later in reverse of the 11th month. 2nd month 2, 11th month 11. 1 and 1 is 2, so it is K, made up by 2 1s next to each other. There's so many little things that over time are going to build up to explain its own reality, its own story. I'm going to get something to drink. Let me take a drink of this first. Let me catch my breath. Do not hesitate to ask any questions. And just give me a minute. I'm just going to put the camera up here for a minute. Give me a minute here. Okay. Let me put this back down. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm still preparing here something. Oh boy. Okay, you want to go outside? Let's go. Okay. I have to take another break in 2 minutes. Let's get on to Valentine's. So what happens is Valentine's. Okay, let me look. Just before I get there, basketball, 3 points beyond the arc. Venus, number 81. So Earth is number 52, and your birth is number 29. DNA equals to 81. At the same time, when you add that over there, it becomes 72. The house of bait or the gateway, B and G, it says win a big red sun. Aquarius, Osiris, Deca, okay, for 10. Quarter, Aquarius. December, numeric value 55, giving you your freedom of 76. And it happens on what day? It happens on Earth Day. Earth is number 52. The Jack plugin is number 25. And what happens on the 25th day? Energy, matter, Jesus Christ. 74 and 77 equals to 151. The numeric value for Mars, 5, 1, and 1, 5 and 1. Earth and Mars coming together. 7 and 4, 11. 7 and 7, 14. 1 and 1, 2. 1 and 4, 5. Again, back to Earth's number. Matter and energy and Jesus Christ equal to the same thing, and the total equals to 15, which is Jesus Christ. And coming in through the sun is number 14. That's where pi comes in. February 14th. The 14th day from the beginning of the month, and the 15th day is the last day for the end of the month. Both 14 and 15 come together in a split. The letters N and O. This total is 29, 14 and 15, 1 and 5, 6, 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 5. The first 6 numbers of pi, 3.14159265. 3 is the division between the whole. It's right over here. It's what causes A, B, and C to come together, where C is over here, the half area, the space between the two. We must lock these two up in order to create the 28 days. But in the month of 29 days, the 15th day is the center of the month in 29 days. And again, we're talking about Mars quarters. So if you're not following me, you don't understand, I really love participation to know and to set me and keep me on track. I cannot be on track unless I have somebody to keep me on track. Just one second here. Okay, let me just trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm back. No more interruptions. Okay, so now this is what we have. Let me see, did I do it here? No. So what we have now is that when February is 29 days, that means we go 1 through over to 15. And when we go from the 29th day, we go over to 15. We go 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 6, 6, 12, 15. The mark is over here on 15. That's where we lock. So if we lock on 15, we automatically have to go 14, 15, and 16 in this situation. The reason for that is this is the center and it doesn't hold to anything. The ring is on the same as the ring. So to go over that, all right? And we leave 15 dangle. So we put these three together equals to 45. The 45th day of the year is Valentine's Day. November 17th, 31 days in December, 31. The 30th, the 29th, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17th day is the 14th day in November. This is going to create a mathematical equation. 17 is Q for the Queen. 17 also represents Mars. There's a formation. There's a formation that I create. And I don't know if it works in math. I don't know what it is, but it is what I use. And the formation is I multiply and I add and I subtract to understand the mathematicals where the numbers fit. Like number 11, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2, 3. Now I know if you say number 3, that is the building. It's like inside a nut. What's inside the nut? 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1, and there's two sides with one nut, and one nut splits into 2. So now one nut, which has two sides, which is splits in half onto 2, because you're not going anywhere with 360 degrees. You go 180, 180, 180, 180, 180. And is the earth round? What is the definition of earth? Is it down in the ground? Is that where the earth is? Is the earth down in the ground? I'm just trying to, just give me 1 second. Let me read this. Is the earth down in the ground? Okay. So where are we? So now when we get to February, we have a ring around 14 and 15, which equals to 29, but we do not have it. How come I can't see my camera? But we do not have it when it's in the 29, because the 29 brings you back to Mars. So what happens? What happens if I link up? Here's a number. Let's say this is 14, this is 15, and this is 16. So you're meeting over here. Okay, that's the link between the two with the 29 days. And the other one with 28 days, okay, with 28 days in a month, it becomes the 14 and 15. So the thing is, there's a situation where I count in gematria with this configuration: 1, 3, and 5. Then I go to 7. Now I could be wrong, but it's this equation that leads me to think 5, 3, 1, 7. So where is 6? Well, 6 links 7 and 5. So 6 is what links 7 and 5. And 4, okay, links 3 and 5. Energy and the moon. 55 is the freedom between 3 and 7. That's the common figure. Then over here is where 2 comes in, and that's where you get this figuration over here. And on this side, it'll be the same thing. So this one over here will be 18. This will be 12. This will be 6. I just do the lowest figure, so this will be 9, 3, 6. That'll be your run. 7, 9, 3, 6, 7, 9, 3, 6. Where is number 8? Number 8 is right over here, this window area. Number 8, okay, connects in 6, which connects 5 and 7. The 7 card, the 6 card, and the 8 card are all the same. The 8, when you look at a cube, the 8 is located over here. The 8 is located over here. The 7 is located over here, and the 6 is located over here. So it's 8, 7, and 6 void. Those are your biggest voids. After 6, it becomes a 5 void, and it becomes 5, 4, 3 void. In this void over here, you're going to have A, B, C. In this void over here, you're going to get D, E, F. These are your 3 voids. And the reason for that is when you spin this dice cube, okay, when you spin it, you're going to go from 1 to 2. We want to go in order. From 1 to 2, 90 degrees. From 2 to 3, 90 degrees. You see the way I have to do it this way, like it's walking, right? So 90 degrees. Look, I turn it one time to the right, 90 degrees, and then I turn it forward 90 degrees. So there's something going on inside of this. So when you do that, you automatically, for the number 3 to number 4, it's 180 degrees. So it's 90 degrees to A, B, C. And then from C over to D, it's 180 degrees. And then it's 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So you're 90 degrees and 90 degrees to 180 degrees to 90. And that's IR. And your 360, or number 36, will be 3 by 6, 18R. 3 plus 6 equals 9I, equals to 27, which is the house of bait right over here. 35 and 10 equaling to 55. Oh my God, this guy can't count. How in the world does that work? Let me explain it. There's a story going on. It's actually 5 times 5 equals to 25. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. The total is 35. So the equation came from 55, which was once started at 16, which equals to 7 and 6. Multiply it and add it. And then 7 times 6 equals to 42. 7 plus 6 equals to 13, equals to 55. But when you have 42 minus 13, it equals to 29, the 29th day of February. There are how many months? There are 11 months of 29 days, because every month has 30 and more except for 1 month. So yes, so that's how we get to this number over here, which 1 plus 0, 3 plus 5 is now going to talk about this one turning inside of 8. One turning inside of 8. So yes, so we did this. We have 4, 3, 5 that comes together. We have 5, 6, 7 that comes together. We don't have 4, 5, 6 that comes together. It's a big number in cribbage. What would be happening when 4, 5, 6 come together? That'll have to be discussed. Over here, we have the dividing house, and it shows me it's the moon. Okay, it is the direct current moon. Okay, let's call it the dark moon. Let's call it the black hole if you want. The reason for this is in the deck of cards, the 6, 7, and 8, okay, are all the same. They all have the same 6 areas with 1 and 2. The 6, 7, and 8 are here. Here is 8, here is 7, and here is 6. Where are they? Is because if you look at this and you look at 3 areas, there are 6 and 6 left over. These are 2 hearts. There's a bridge over here. And I'm going to create the same design. Did I get this right? Okay, so whoop, I didn't get it close enough. So you have an empty space here, an empty space here, and an empty space here, like the Velociraptor. Is that what it is? The Raptor or something? So that would be either your 1 or your 2. Now the question is it the incoming and the outgoing? Right? Imagine here's your sink, right? And you have a drain here. So you have the incoming and then the outgoing. So until you make it come in, there's nothing to go out. And you can even clog the drain. Valentine's Day, 2 times 7, 14. This dice cube, when you're talking about 7, you might be talking about reverse of 1 and 6, 7. You'd be talking in the deck of cards, 2 of your 7s, although 1 would be inside the 8. You're not talking about the 6. Or it could be 3 separate cubes. The reason for that is there's only 1 true 7 on a cube. Only 1 true 7. That is the 1, and it is the 6. This is my interpretation. You don't have to believe what I say, because it doesn't exist when we talk about this. But there's an understanding that if I'm turning the center this way, if I'm turning the center or this way, it doesn't matter. I cannot turn anything this way. And I can't turn anything this way. So there's always one area stopping 2 areas. We have to understand all movement, how things get pieced together. This is art. For me, this is art, some sort of art, sophisticated art. Nothing has to do with me. Everything has already been pre-scripted, pre-written. And we are the little gods bringing our ideas that we went deep into the tank to get out. So what are the fish doing if we go deep into the tank? What are we thinking if we have to put our cat's ears on? Batman, the Bat Lady, the Bat's Mitzvah, Batgirl. When you have the AT together, it's 21. It's actually a gateway for a passing of inside the division. The reason for that is T in the artwork of right over here. This area over here, right here, this is the T area. This is the A through M over here equaling to 91. And this area over here is going from 14, the letter N, all the way to Z. The 13 and the 1 equals to 14 total. The 26Z and the 14N equal to 40. So 1 becomes 4. The other side becomes 5. This area over here, because it ends on 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 4 and 1 is 5. Here, N is number 5, and Z, okay? Otherwise, it's 1, 1, 1, but we're reverting back to the alphabet positions. Reverting back to the alphabet positions over here. Meaning 26, although in gematria, its scaling told me how to scale this out, I am now bringing the equation to better understand. And if you see 13 down here, 7, 1 full area movement, add 2, 9. 1 full area movement, add 2. Now the thing is, on an angle, it's longer. So maybe things on over here should be by 1.5s. Maybe we need a new calculation. I'm using a base calculation. It goes this way by 2, and it goes this way by 2. And you do also have to understand is take a look at the size of this, okay, compared to this little area over here. It looks so much smaller compared to this one. This one encompasses 2 worlds. This one encompasses within its own right now. So in here, 14, 1 and 4 is 5. and 2 and 6 is 8. So we have 8 and 5. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So on this side, we have the 4. On this side, we have the 5. Now, if we scale this up and go 4, 7 equaling to Jesus and energy, and 5, 7 equals to electric moon, DC, male and female, king and queen, and it's erected inside here on the cross. 4 and 5, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 14, 41 is home. It is king. Yeah, and then we scale it up here. Now, let's not really look at these because I could have moved this closer together and I could have crisscrossed. So I'm not sure if this is 7. Let me see, where is number 7? Yes, this is 7. That means this is 9. That means this is 11 here. It's 11 over here. This is, hold on, 11, right? But it drags, I want to drag this all the way up. It drags it into here. 7, 9, 11. So the 11 is equal to its lower partner over here. So that'd be 11. So that means the next one would be 13. So 13 would be over here. So should I have brought this closer together? Because if I did bring this closer together, I would not be able to create this design. Anyways, I'm hovering over it a little bit too long. I'm going to try and move on. So this is the gematria scaling, which also looks like this. We have to understand separation and division. Like in this one, the actual center is right here. This is an area of 9. The Monopoly board is set up this way. These are the trains. These are the trains also going this way right over here. I shouldn't have used it up. I'm supposed to go down to here to finish off. See that beehive or that hexagon over here? So this area over here is noted as number 5, 5, 5, 5. So all the trains are all number 5s. On each side of the train, it's either the 4th area or the 5th area. Actually, it's the 6th area. If you count standing on the area you stand and the number of moves to where you will move to. The areas of Monopoly, each side of the board is noted to be 11, 11, 11, 11. The reason for that, from the area you stand to the next corner, okay, although it is 10 moves, you are standing on 1. So it becomes 44. In all actuality, it's 40. But if we would be counting these empty spaces here, right, there's going to be 168 areas that surround this to the 168 areas, 168 hours in the week. I'm just trying to think of something else. Okay, we're going to get out of this. Here's another scaling of it. See 9, and then the next one 11, then the next one 13, right? 9, 11, 13, and then 14, 15. So this, there's a mistake inside here. I knew there was a mistake. This is number 15 over here if we're scaling up. But when we're scaling up this way, it's number 13. So there's going to be new mathematics that are inside of here. Notice there's one center in this over here because I separated this. Should I have or not? The numbers over here are equal. So I put them on the same row. I stopped going down because I can't go down. How do I count down? 1 over 1, moving 2 at a time. So I made it this way, and it can be made other ways. I'm not the final word. So we're going to get out of this. So Valentine's Day, Pi and Valentine's Day, they lock the ring. The ring is noted to be this 4 sides and then up and down. Up and down is 7. The voided area to the second month is 7. The reverse of 2 sides, when you look at this, just take away 1 for the 1 dot and 2 for the 2 dot, you'll be left with 7. 7 for the 2 dot. For the 7 of the pole of the 14 of the ring into the 14th day. 45th day of the year, the fox, the sun. There are 321 days left in the year if it was a leap year. And if that's the scenario, then we are locked in, divided at pi. The reason for that, the reverse of the 29th day of this month will bring us to the 15th day. And at the same time, if it's reversed, the 17th day of November will still be the 17th day of November. Instead, when you reverse Valentine's Day to the 15th, counting up to 29, when you return November, the 30th day, over to the 17th, there's a difference, backwards, forwards in the same month. You have to do them all the time. So now we're going to do a little reverse about Valentine's Day. If there's any questions, do not hesitate. The 7/14, the 7 void in the second month. The gateway is void in the second month. This will be the pole. This will be the ring, what goes around. This is a 1 and 6 pole. Now, we always have 14 going around. You see, if I left it this way, right? Let's do it this way. Hold on. So this is the first way. 2 and 4, 5 and 3. Okay, equals to that. Now, the thing is, this is the only true 7. If I drilled a hole in here on every single side, I'll only have equals 7, and then everyone else is going to be 2 and 5 equals 5, 3 and 4 equals 5. So this will be 14 and 49, and this is going to be 25 and 10. Also, the equations that go along with each one of these. There's equations that go along with each one of these. This one is going to give me AI, 3 and 4. It's also going to give me hot and cold water, 77. It's going to tell me about matter. This one will give me 7 and 6. It'll give me 42. It'll give me 55. It'll also give me 13 and 29. So I know the birth is inside the IT system of the sun. 55. 11, 11, 11. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 times 1. 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 plus 5 equals 11 and 30, which is 1 and 1, which is 1 and 1 is 2 and 3, and we're back to over here. So we're always going to come back to over here. And this is what they call the student. How can I say it? The home, the king. This is the invert of what AB is, will become EF. So now if you want to look at that A, B, C, D, E, F, in Valentine's, you have A, B, C, D equals to 10, and that will be the ring. EF equals to 11, and now that will be the pole. So if that's the way it works, we have a voided pole. The reason for that is because if I use up these 2 dots here, okay, I have 7. The opposite side is the 5. So it's going to leave me 4. So it's going to leave me 7 and 4, 11. This is energy, time, cross, Jesus, as well. 7 times 4, 28. 7 and 4, 11. When you minus it, it equals to 17. That's your gateway. When you add it, it equals to 39. Your 39 equals to angel. Your 39 is 3 by 13, which is going to tell me another story. It's going to equal to the moon. The reason for that is when you get any equation and you multiply and add, the end result of this is 19. It happens 3 times, it'll be 57. Before it mirrors, when it mirrors, it becomes 76. The fourth of everything is a mirror. The first 3 are the base. Where am I? Back to back to as well is where 77 is matter. It also equals to number 14. Number 14 is also the ring. Actually, I call it the circumference if you want. And then the passage north and south. So this would be east, west, north, and south to what would be north, south pole. I'm not really sure which way you should be doing this, unless you want to go southeast, northeast, southwest, northwest. Unless maybe it should be pronounced that way and using just these as the regular north and south. So now we have the second month. 7 and 7 equals to 14 of the second month. We have, so this is where the dot comes in for month. And then the 7 and 7 is 14 today. It is the 45th day. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I equals 45. And the average, okay, is 5E to what is the multiple 9 times creates what is E and I, what is in between E and I. So if I take the dice, and that's 9, so that's I, and I got it with 6 and 3. I'll flip the dice over. I'll get 4 and 1. So now I know. And then if we get 5 and 4, so we get 5 and 4, and we flip them over. We flip them over to E, where we'll get, where did I get 4 and 1? We'll get 3 and 2. So we flip those over. We get 3 and 2, 5. So we have our I9. In this one, we have CF. In this one, we have DE. So Valentines, A, B, C, D equals to 10. Just 1 second. EF equals to 11. Just 1 second, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Just I had an equation and a story that went along with this. I don't know where it is. I don't know where the story is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. I'm trying to remember. Oh, when you add these up, it becomes 5 and 5. When you add these up, it becomes 2 and 2. The reverse of 5 is 2. Earth-heart communication creates what is your gateway. That's your first gate. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. That's your equations. These two come together to say the same thing. So this will be 17, and then this will be 17. But this will be H, A, R, Q, and this will be B, E, G, H. Those are, oh, and Q. 17th letter, oh, and A and G, A and G, right. G and H come together. The reason for that, I use this as, oh, and J, sorry, and J. These are the letters that'll come together when you unscramble them. I don't know what they'll do. I do see something that's larger in one than the other, is one has the E, the other one does not have the E. When you get 17 and 18, 18 is going to be the sun. Multiply it by 3, the sun, the breath. Also love as a perfect word. Love is a perfect word. L and O are reverse, and V and E is reverse. So the reverse alphabet, okay, of this is 54. The reverse alphabet of the word sun is 81. If I only use 2 letters, let's say O and C, I would end up with L and X, and the reverse alphabet would be 54 and 54. Each letter has its own reverse. Here they reverse into each other inside the word. If you can find a word with this, they would do the same thing. So you have, I'm just trying to see A, B, C. There was something I did yesterday that made A, B, C equals to 6. D equals to 10, E equals to 15, F equals to 21. Yes, there, I remember what I was thinking now. Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Thinking. Wow, 4 and 7. We had that 4 and 7, eh? 4, 7, 7 and 4. That is your Jesus Q gateway. Jesus Christ, area space. When you become a teen at 13, there's so many things going on. 7 by 7, 7 plus 7 will equal to 6311. When you call this out in English and you say it halfway, it sounds like the student. And the student of what is IR 99? It's a student of Jupiter 13. So again, back to Valentine's Day. The 45th day of the year, the sun and the fox come into this. 45, 54, 135, ace. The 13th ball is orange, and it is a solid. It's a stripe. So now you know man leaves boyhood. Woman arrives. So when the man leaves, the woman arrives. Now, how in the world does the woman arrive? Because when you have your bar mitzvah, you are now 14. When you have your bat mitzvah, you are now 13. The woman leaves at 12. Man leaves at 13. 169 and 156 moving into what is 182. The house of bait. This is the roadway, and this is your pi. This is your division. Where do I get this from? 13 by 13 equals 169. 12 by 13 equals 156. And 14 by 13 is when man and woman come back together. Okay, did I get this right? 182, right over here. So there's going to be 182, 282, 382, 482, and then you invert it. 682, 782, 982. Numbers have to come back to conformity. I bring my numbers to 147. So if you're going to say Valentine's Day is on the 14th, I'm going to say 96. By the way, February has a total count of 96, where F and B are the only black keys, total 8, where E 23, 33, 43, 44, 45, 55, 63, 73, 83, 88 in Pegasus this year. 888 is what happens in February in rotation of the sun. 6 and 9 into 6 and 9 creates the percentage and the windmill. So that's what happens to February. So we get to 96. Now, at the same time, we want to do 14. We want to bring it to the 7th gate. So we use number 63. And now we want to bring it into the area space of life. So we need to create 44. So it's going to be 14. I'm going to need, sorry, that was 14, right? So I'm going to need, I want to bring this one became 1, 1. This one became 7, 7. And this one over here is going to become 4, 4. So it's 30 equaling to 44, or 39 and 14 equals to 44. 4 and 9, 13, 1 and 3, 4. This is where man comes into this is the angel. This is the sky. This is your base creation at 12. Everything is a base. 1 and nothing. 1 and 8 can create 9. Now 2 and 8, 2 and 7. No, I don't want to go there. 2 and 8 equals to 1. it inverts and it begins. So now it's 3 and 8 equals to 11, which is now 2. And we haven't gone anywhere. We're still with 1, and reverse 9, 10 equals to 1. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do 3 and 9. We can do 3 and 9 here. Once we get 8, we can now do 9. 1, 2, 3. So we got 3 and 9. Or should I be going 1 and 9 now once the cycle finishes? So 3 and 9 equals to 12. And then 4 and 9 equals to 13. And then 5 and 9, that's the center core, equals to 14. And this is where your division begins, right here, between man and woman. And the numeric value is inside the sun. The moon and the sun. Anyways, I'm a little tired. I'm going to probably come back here a little later tonight. Valentine's Day, 888. Go over to the bicycle cards. Oh, yes, not only that. 888, right? So, right, 888. How about two hearts over each other, creating 808? And then you have the bicycle cards that show you what this is, but the mathematics of this gives you 64 and 16 equaling to 80, 1 and 6, 7, 6 and 4, 1. 4 by 6, 24. 4 plus 6, 10 equals to 34. Sorry. This is within its own, but it's right here, 17Q. So it will create what is 17Q, 7 and 1 is back to 8. Q is the 17th letter, 1 and 7, back to Q8. It is your gate. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Don't be shy. Thank you for watching this video.